Good morning. My name is Jason Ishii, Chairperson of the Authority. I'd like to now call to order the meeting of April 5th, 2023, Kalaeloa Authority meeting of the Hawaii Community Development Authority. And the time is now 12:16.
Thank you, Chair. In accordance with Section 92-3.7 Hawaii Revised Statutes, the Hawaii Community Development Authority is holding today's Kalaeloa board meeting virtually on Zoom. The Zoom link details were included on the meeting agenda. Therefore, members of the public are welcome to join us on Zoom and also at our physical meeting site at the American Brewery Building, 547 Queen Street, second floor boardroom, Honolulu, Hawaii 96813. The meeting is being live streamed on HCDA's YouTube page. The HCDA communication staff is hosting this meeting. Once this meeting begins, everyone will be muted for clearer audio. Board members, if you have any comments or questions, please unmute yourselves to speak. This is a public virtual meeting, so to prevent any distractions, if you are not a board member, staff member, or HCDA's Attorney General, please turn off your video during the meeting. If you are providing public testimony, your name will be called accordingly. Please turn your video on, clearly state your name and affiliation and proceed with your testimony. When you are finished, please turn off your video. In accordance with Section 92-3.7C Hawaii Revised Statutes, if the authority's connection for the remote meeting is lost, the meeting will be recessed until the connection is restored. If the connection cannot be restored within 30 minutes, the meeting will be terminated and the authority will continue the meeting at another notice date. Thank you, Chair.
HCDA board members, please remain visible and audible in the meeting. Also, please acknowledge you are present by either saying here or present. Let the record reflect the following members are present. Vice Chair Apo.
Yeah, you're mute, Peter.
Present.
Member Higa.
Present.
Member Miranda Johnson.
Present.
Member Nasser.
Here. Present.
Member Hirai.
Present.
Member Evans.
Present.
And Member Ray.
Present.
For today, so do we have quorum?
We have quorum, great.
For today's meeting, board members, we will have an opportunity to ask questions or provide comments after an agenda item has been presented. Individuals from the public who have requested to provide verbal public testimony on a specific agenda item are on standby and will be permitted into the meeting respectively. The item tab number 1, the regular meeting minutes of March 1st, 2023. Board members, are there any comments or corrections to this minutes? If there's no comments or questions, the minutes are approved as presented. Next thing on the agenda, consider authorizing the executive director to execute a revocable right of entry agreement with the State of Hawaii Department of Transportation, HDOT, to construct and install lighting improvements on that certain road parcel along Enterprise Avenue, adjacent to the HDOT right-of-way for Roosevelt Avenue in the Kalaeloa Community Development District, and further identified as tax map key number 19-1013 for a 2-year term. Ms. Lindsay Doi, Asset Manager, will now present HCDA staff report.
Members, this request is coming to us from the State Department of Transportation. It's actually for the same premises, the triangular small piece of land. There's a map in your packet that they actually already hold a right of entry for. However, that right of entry is limited to traffic improvements, which they're kind of wrapping up right now. Now they're actually moving into doing lighting improvements in that same area. So we would be looking to do another new right of entry agreement with them for that same triangular piece of land in the roadway there. We're requesting right now a 2-year term. That's what they anticipate needing. Subject to, any delays, we would come back to the board if needed to extend. But it's a fairly straightforward project. I do have a representative from DOT, Jillian Chen, on standby if there's any specific questions about their work there. But again, they do have a right of entry for that same premises. This would just be a new right of entry for a different purpose, a different use of that premises.
Thank you. Members, are there any questions, or Director, do you have any questions for Lindsay?
No.
No?
No.
Is there any public testimony?
No public testimony.
Okay. So do I hear a motion? Is there a motion for the authority to authorize the executive director to execute a revocable right of entry agreement with the state of Hawaii Department of Transportation, HDOT, to construct and install lighting improvements on that certain road parcel along Enterprise Avenue adjacent to the HDOT right-of-way for Roosevelt Avenue in the Kalaeloa Community Development District, and further identified as tax map key number 19-1-013 for a 2-year term. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
The motion by Member Ray, second by Member Popo. Lindsay, is there any further discussions on this motion? If not, Lindsay, can you please take a roll call?
Okay, members on that motion, Member Ray,
Aye.
Member Apo,
Aye.
Member Higa,
Aye.
Member Miranda Johnson,
Aye.
Member Nasir,
Aye.
Member Harai,
Aye.
Member Evans. Oh, I think, I don't
Member
think we can
Evans?
hear. It's not on mute though.
But she has a cold.
Oh,
Aye.
there you go. Thank you. And Chair Ishii.
Yes,
The motion passes with 8 in favor. Thank you.
thank you. The next item on the agenda, the executive director report.
Thank you, Chair. In the interest of time, I'll just highlight a couple of items. On the Kalaeloa Plan and Rules update, we are still working with our consultant, Tori Gallus, on the first draft of the rules. The draft rule amendments will be reviewed by the Kalaeloa Permitted Interaction Group before they are presented to the board and the community. On the Honokia Surf Village environmental assessment, it was published originally by the applicant, and then it had to be republished on March 23rd, 2023, because they noticed that inadvertent omission in the appendix that should contain the comment letters. So the final EA was republished on March 2023. Other than that, I don't have anything else to highlight. There's a report from the Kalaeloa Heritage and Legacy Foundation. And then, as with others, I'll have a sort of a legislative update maybe toward the middle of May, when the session is over. It's been an interesting session. We're still fighting to get the 2 CIP requests for the Kalaeloa District, the Saratoga Road project, and the electrical upgrade funding as well. So thank you, Chair.
Is there any question or comments from the members for our monthly executive director report? Is there any public testimony? Right, thank you for those who joined us on Zoom, in person, or via YouTube. This concludes our business for today, and the meeting is now adjourned, and the time is 12:25. Thank you.
Thank you, member.
Thank you, everyone. It was a long day. Thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.